From PJ Tucker lacing up Eminem Carhartt Air Jordan 4s, to Devin Booker dropping buckets in Kobe 4 Protros, the retro sneaker wave is everywhere. Even this past spring, Jalen Brunson wore Kobe 5 WTRPEs throughout the Knicks playoffs. And let's not forget Zach Lavine pulling out the Space Jam 11s. These iconic pairs aren't in display cases, they're on the floor, getting creased. So why are retro sneakers making such a big comeback? Do players wear them because they are better than today's modern new tech kicks? Let's break down the rule changes, culture shifts, and player choices driving the throwback takeover. And later on, you'll also see game-worn sneakers so expensive, you'd have to sell your car for them. The roots of sneaker culture in the NBA trace back to the mid-80s. In 1984-85, the NBA's uniform color rules were strict. Shoes had to be mostly white or team colors. It was about uniformity, not individuality. Anything else was a fine waiting to happen. The league even fined Michael Jordan for wearing the black and red Nike Airship early in his rookie year, and Nike later spun that moment into the banned Air Jordan 1 campaign. That defiance turned the Jordan 1 into a cultural phenomenon. Fans suddenly realized sneakers were more than just necessary equipment. They were style, rebellion, and identity. From there, each Jordan model raised the bar. The Air Jordan 3 introduced visible air cushioning and elephant print. The Jordan 11 dropped in 1995 with shiny patent leather that looked like a tuxedo on hardwood. The Jordan 3 with its elephant print, the Jordan 11 with its patent leather, these designs pushed sneakers into everyday culture. People wore them at school, in music videos, and on red carpets. Basketball shoes had crossed over into fashion. Kobe Bryant would later flip the script again. In 2008, the Kobe 4 went low top, challenging the long-held belief that ankle support required bulky, high-cut designs. His logic was simple. Soccer players thrived in low tops. Why not basketball players? After he dropped historic scoring nights in them, the low-top revolution began. Signature sneakers became cultural markers. They weren't great just because of cushioning or traction. They represented eras. They became linked with unforgettable performances. When fans see a pair of Jordan 11s or Kobe 6 Grinches, it's not just shoes to them. They see highlights, trophies, and legacy. For decades, the NBA kept sneakers tightly controlled. Shoes had to be team-colored, mostly white or black. Uniformity mattered more than individuality. But everything shifted right before the 2018-19 season. The league lifted its restrictions, finally giving players freedom to wear whatever colors and designs they wanted. The impact was immediate. Christmas Day that season looked more like an art exhibit than a basketball game. Players ran the floor in candy-themed Kobe's, gingerbread-inspired Kyrie's, neon LeBrons, and cartoon customs. The shoes were loud, bold, and unforgettable. Fans found themselves splitting attention between the scoreboard and the sneakers on players' feet. The rule change encouraged creativity, but it also did something bigger. It gave players a reason to open up their vaults and bring back classics. Without limits, players could dig into their collections and bring back classics. Devin Booker regularly reached for Kobe 4s. LeBron James brought out his own older models, including the LeBron 9 South Coast. Nick Young even hooped in Adidas Yeezy 750s, a lifestyle sneaker never intended to see the hardwood. Some players used the opportunity for personal expression. In the bubble of 2020, sneakers became protest signs and memorials. Stars painted names of victims of police violence on retro Jordans or wrote messages of unity on their Kobes. Others customized sneakers with family tributes, cultural symbols, or even cartoon characters that reminded them of their childhood. Suddenly, footwear became a story being told in real time. The league's culture transformed almost overnight. Sneakers went from background detail to front-page headlines. Instagram accounts dedicated to NBA kicks exploded in popularity. Sneaker blogs covered nightly rotations the same way beat reporters tracked box scores. It felt like every game was part competition, part fashion show, part history lesson. But here's the question. With so much freedom, how far could players push it? Would we see someone wear sneakers straight from the 1980s in a playoff game? Could a player break out a pair so rare that even collectors had never seen them hit the floor? The answer, as fans would soon learn, was yes. No player represents retro sneaker culture like PJ Tucker. He's built his reputation as the league's most fearless sneakerhead, and he treats the court like a rotating museum exhibit. Tucker's collection is legendary. He's worn Eminem Carhartt Jordan 4s, a pair that can sell for $30,000. He's shown up in off-white Chicago 1s, LeBron 4s, and even a pair of Kobe 6 3D. He also laced up a lifestyle shoe, not a sneaker, the Nike Yeezy 2s in a real NBA game. Nobody else had dared to pull that off. During his years with the Houston Rockets, ESPN calculated that Tucker sometimes wore sneakers valued at over $200,000 in a single week. Teammates and reporters constantly asked him what he'd bring out next. What separates Tucker is his philosophy. For him, sneakers are about storytelling. He said when he wears Jordans or Kobe's, it connects him to the players and moments that shaped basketball. Every game is a chance to pay homage, flex rarity, and showcase culture all at once. In a league where individuality matters, Tucker became the standard. Other players started following his lead, using sneakers not just for performance, but for expression. If today's stars are choosing sneakers from decades ago, it raises a bigger question. Are these retro models really just as good as the newest technology, or in some cases, even better? In the 2024 NBA All-Star Game, Kevin Durant shocked fans by wearing the Nike KD4 Galaxy, a pair from 2012 that many collectors never expected to see again on an NBA floor. He paired them with his current KD16s, creating a moment that merged two eras of his career. During the 2023 playoffs, Devin Booker leaned heavily on Kobe 4 Protros. Game after game, he delivered scoring clinics while wearing the same model Kobe made famous in 2009. For many fans, watching Booker torch defenses in Kobe's felt like watching the Mamba's spirit carried forward. LeBron James, despite having more than 20 signature models, frequently circles back to his classics. In 2021, he pulled out the LeBron 9 South Coast during a matchup, a shoe with so much hype behind it. He also revisited his LeBron 1s, 2s, and 3s, sneakers tied to his earliest Cleveland years. Anthony Edwards has tapped into retro legacy as well, wearing Adidas Harden Volume 3 during the 2020-2021 season. It was a signal that the next generation doesn't just recognize sneaker history, they actively embrace it. Luka Doncic has incorporated retro-inspired themes into his Jordan line. In 2024, he debuted a Bruce Lee-inspired Luka 2, echoing the martial arts legend's influence seen in Kobe's line years earlier. Tyrese Halliburton laced up Puma All-Pro Nitro pinstripes, evoking 90s Pacers uniforms and Reggie Miller's iconic look. Jalen Brunson wore Kobe 5 Protros as a tribute to his father, merging family history with Kobe's legacy. Every season, you'll find players wearing all types of old-school sneakers. The truth is, many of these retro models hold up because they've been re-engineered. Nike's Protro approach with the Kobe line, for example, keeps the original look but updates cushioning, traction, and materials to match today's game. Players aren't sacrificing performance for nostalgia, they're getting the best of both worlds. And in some cases, like with the Kobe 4s and 6s, athletes argue they actually prefer the feel compared to newer models. The truth of the matter is, retro sneakers are competing with modern sneakers head to head. So why are players going retro? Nostalgia. Every retro shoe links to iconic moments that fans can instantly picture. Jordan 11s call back to the 72-win Bulls in 1996, patent leather glistening under the lights. The Kobe 6 Grinch, released in 2010, has become a holiday sneaker staple. It instantly evokes Christmas vibes. When today's stars lace up those same models, they're tapping into basketball history, and fans feel like they're reliving it in real time. Culture. Sneaker culture today is global. Rappers, influencers, and collectors keep retro pairs relevant through music videos, Instagram posts, and resale hype. When NBA players bring those same sneakers onto the court, it validates the culture at its highest level. It's a fashion statement, but more importantly, it recognizes that the sneaker world and the basketball world are inseparable. Freedom. Since the 2018 rule change, players aren't stuck with plain team-colored shoes anymore. They can celebrate family with custom messages, pay tribute to Kobe, or flex grails they've held for years. Every game becomes a personal runway. Performance. Retro doesn't mean outdated. The Protro line, like Kobe 4s and 5s, upgrades cushioning, traction, and materials while keeping the original look. Players get the best of both worlds, heritage style combined with modern performance. Exclusivity. The resale market fuels prestige. Rocking a $10,000 pair of Jordans in a real game is a bold statement of rarity and status. Ultimately, retros resonate because they bridge eras. They allow today's stars to honor legends while carving out legacies of their own. The retro wave isn't fading, it's growing. Nike continues to release Kobe Protros, including the Kobe 3 Protro in 2025. Jordan Brand keeps dropping originals like the Jordan 4 Bread and Jordan 11 Columbia. Adidas is reviving T-Max and Crazy Ones. Reebok is bringing back Allen Iverson's Questions and Shacknosis models. Collabs will only grow bigger. Streetwear brands like Supreme and Off-White are reimagining classic silhouettes. Players will keep using these pairs to stand out on court. Younger stars will also build their own legacy while paying tribute. Expect more mashups, modern signature shoes with retro-inspired themes. The line between past and present will keep blurring. Retro sneakers aren't a fad. They're proof that history still matters in a league that's always chasing the future. Every time a player laces up a classic, it's a reminder that greatness is timeless. From Jordan's rebellious debut in the Air Jordan 1, to Kobe's low-top revolution, to PJ Tucker's million-dollar rotation, retro sneakers have shaped the NBA's culture in ways few could imagine. Today's players are bringing back sneakers tied to championships, rivalries, and unforgettable moments. Next time you watch a game, look down. Those sneakers might not be new, but they carry stories that never get old.